What is the meaning of life? Fucking hell.
Man, people love asking these esoteric questions, don't they?
What does Google say? Can we find out?
Yeah, what is it?
What does Google
I
say?
think I
What
say
is the meaning
42.
of life?
Yep.
The meaning of life can be derived from
it.
philosophical and religious contemplation
Is the-
and scientific inquiries about existence.
No, it's 42.
Oh, for fuck's sake, Joey. Joey, that's such a boomer fucking reference, man. Yo, come on, Joey.
What do you mean?
That is a boomer reference.
That is
What
a
do you
boomer
mean?
reference.
That's like a black border, white text caption boomer reference.
Are they like the demotivational posters?
yeah.
Yeah.
Brother,
Hey,
shall I just hit him with the all your bases are belong to us
Hey.
fucking like Jesus.
I love Hitchhiker's Guide, all right? It's a great book. The meaning of life.
Apparently, it was the first use of the expression was in 1833.
Wow.
Oh.
We really never questioned it before then.
No.
Damn.
2,000 years.
We were just like,
Wait, are you really telling me that like
Nobody questioned
some
it.
of the first like philosophers in the world never thought that to themselves?
I think the phrase meaning of life. I'm sure, like, what is purpose or what is all this? I'm
Oh,
sure
I
that's,
see.
you
I
know.
see.
yeah.
Yeah, because I was about to say, I don't think like.
Look,
fucking-
I think the moment you get, like, you're safe, you start thinking about it. Like, I'm sure when you're like an aristocrat, whatever, you're like,
When was the first time you heard this question or asked this question?
don't know.
when I
you're-
read Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy.
I don't know, I feel like you hear it pretty young.
Yeah, do you know, I actually like,
Do you remember?
yeah, I actually do remember. It was the one Simpsons episode where Homer meets God. And do you remember that?
I do remember that episode.
I was just
yeah.
like,
It was probably my first interaction with it then.
Yeah.
and I was just like, oh, I've never thought about that before. That if I never saw that Simpsons episode, would I have ever thought what is the meaning of life? I don't know.
Of course you would have. It would have just been
Yeah.
later.
Yeah, it would have been much later. There would have been a point in your life where you're just like, man, what's the point of this? You never thought that too soon?
I'm sure the rats thought about that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was like,
Is it what is the meaning of your life or just what is the meaning of life in general?
life all encompassing.
Does life need a meaning?
I don't think it does.
I mean,
Personally, I don't think it does.
that seems like that seems doesn't pay the bill, does it? You know, that's
No.
just like,
When you
Well, asking the question doesn't pay the bills either.
nah.
You know, I think
guess-
I think it's a pretty pointless question. If
I
I'm
also
being
think
honest.
it is like a very human-centered question of life.
Yeah.
You know, I think we
Yeah.
think of it exclusively through a human lens.
Yeah.
I don't think a dog is concerned.
It's a
with
question that
purpose.
was born out of like intelligence, and by intelligence I mean like not hyper intelligence, but like, you know, the fact that
we
humans
do
are
not have hyper-intelligence.
well, we don't, but like, you know, the humans have just like grown to the point where it's just like we've figured so much of how the world works to the point where we have to like stop and question ourselves and being like, so why am I here? It makes no sense.
Bro, we can barely define what life is.
Yeah.
It's like
That's what I'm saying. That's why I think it's a really stupid question because A, there's no actual answer, and life,
I think
the word life is just all too encompassing to point to one thing and being like, that's the meaning of it.
I don't think you could answer as a general one because it's quite hard. I
Yes.
think everyone's life is different, and depending on how you feel
too
about
fucking sober for this, man.
yeah, depending on how you feel about it.
Hey, can we get some
Tough.
beers in here, please?
What was your meaning? What's the meaning of your life?
Meaning of my life?
Yeah, your guys' life. What would you say is the meaning of your life?
To care for myself, to care for other people who care for me.
Nah.
Wow, I just got my whole existence rejected with a nah. Damn. Well, I guess I'll just kill myself, guys.
That's too safe. I want a better answer.
Well, what's your answer
I don't
then?
have one. No, I don't know. I think shit.
To shit?
That's yours. I like this post, and it was like I was like, I only wear brown pants now, so that it never happens again.
What the fuck?
That's
Wait,
a
wait, what?
great philosophy.
It was a picture of a cat with a fedora,
Yeah.
like looking down, and it goes. I was like something like, I wear brown pants to never remember, or to never forget what I did that day, or something. It was ridiculous. And I was like, I think that is Joey's purpose.
That is my purpose.
So like shitting himself memes, and also talk about shitting himself.
I do
on
like a lot of those memes.
I don't know what is.
Yeah, what's the meaning of your life?
Gant, do you have a good answer? While I think, or
Games, innit? So,
To get that next banner.
oh man.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like sometimes I think like, is it enough? What
No.
is enough? Like
It's
if
not.
I just consume my entire life and I'm
Yeah.
like, whatever, I don't really take, but I don't really give. But I just watch a bunch of anime.
Yeah.
Was my life
Meaningful?
was it worth it?
Meaningful?
Was there a purpose to it?
To be a passive observer.
Almost. I mean, I think some people
Well-
do kind of reject themselves from participating.
Yeah,
Is that-
definitely.
Is that? Did I live a life?
Well,
Well, do you want a cheesy answer?
Give me a cheesy answer,
All right.
and then we'll do the dumb
All right.
answers.
All right. I'll give you the cheesy answer.
go on then.
Connor, you make your own meaning.
That's where this is where like the
I
text.
came.
That's where like the fields and the ocean shots would go, and it would be like. That's true.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, genuinely, that's kind of like my life philosophy.
Yeah.
I think my goal is to just have a net positive on my impact on things. I don't know what that means.
But what does that mean? What does the net positive mean?
I hope that the people I interact with and the people that have some contact with me in life end up better off because of it and not worse off. Because there are some people where you're like, God damn, I really wish I never met them. Or I really wish they weren't in power or something like that. You're like, God damn, this is rough. Humanity would have been better off without them.
So basically, your answer is essentially the same as mine. Where it's like you want to care for people who care about you whilst also caring for yourself. Right?
To some extent.
Nah.
Oh, there you go.
Thank you.
Do you have any all threes? Fuck yeah.
I didn't plan to drink.
Why'd you give me the premium black one?
I don't fucking know.
Give me that one.
What's wrong with black?
I don't like the black one.
Why?
Black, innit?
Why?
You just telling me about how you care about everyone, Jerry. What the hell?
Not everyone.
Oh my God.
I'm joking.
I'll have the black one.
Yeah, please.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, I think like serious answer, like it's all like the phrase meaning and life is all too encompassing and it's too subjective. It's too many factors, too many caveats to again point at one thing and go like that's the meaning of all life. Like you can give your answer to say like this is the meaning of my life or where I value meaning in my life based on where I am in my life currently, because I'm sure if you ask that same question 10 years ago or 20 years from now, answer might be completely different. You know, you might get to like, I'm saying like, you know, the meaning of life for me now is to take care of myself and care for the people who care for me. But I don't know, in 20 years time, I might be a jaded old fuck and be like, nah, fuck other people. I only care about myself, you know? So that's where you got to kind of stumble through this, you know, tumultuous existence to be like, to find the end meaning of it. And then, you know, at the end of it, on your deathbed, you might try to answer that same question, be like, fuck to find
You'll
out.
only figure it out when it's too late.
You'll find out when you're dead. And at that point, you can't even ask the question. So why even bother asking now?
I love all the philosophy questions. I find the meaning of life one of the most boring.
It is boring.
I agree. Because it doesn't go anywhere.
Yeah.
Boring you to drink a beer just to suffer it.
Yeah, totally.
Well, should we see what's next on the list?
Mm-hmm.
Let's see what they have. What is the scientific method?
Is that a
That's not a
philosophical question?
No.
Isn't this
What does that even mean? What is the scientific method of
I
what?
guess like just the rigorous nature in which you would conduct scientific experiments.
Well, actually, this question is actually the answer to how do you know?
yeah.
You know,
Oh,
we
the
have
scientific method.
we have answered one of the philosophical questions already.
We figured
how do
it
you
out.
know?
We're one step closer to the meaning of life.
Observation, question, hypothesis, experimentation, conclusion, results.
This question reminds me of like one of my favorite quotes from one of my favorite comedians, Tim Minchin. He said this like amazing quote that I think is very true. He said something along the lines of like, science adjusts its views based on what's observed, whereas faith is the denial of observation so that belief can be preserved. And I think that very much explains the scientific method. Like the scientific method is we observe things with this pre-existing notion of we think it is this thing. And then we look at it, we reflect upon it and go, is it to our assumption or is it against our assumption? If it's to our assumption, then we go, okay, cool. We know that that is more correct than what we thought. If it's wrong, we change it up. We go, well, we thought it was this. But turns out it wasn't what we thought it was, so we will change everything based on what we have observed, and then we just keep building and developing on that.
Yeah, but you know, the problem with that is my favorite YouTuber said something different than
What
the
did your
experts
YouTubers say?
than what the experts say. So
Who's
I don't
which
know.
YouTuber is that?
Could be it's all of them. Any of them. I listened to this one podcast and they were like, yeah, I don't know about these expert things.
Yeah, I
You
saw
know?
this one podcast that said plums were dried figs. And
I just took that as fact. Honestly.
yeah, I did too, to be honest. And it's like, well, if my favorite YouTuber said it, it must be true.
And they're One Piece tourists.
Yeah, I heard Luffy D Monkey was the best character,
Yeah.
you know, and I have to believe him.
All right, what's the next question?
Yeah, that was a weird question. Who is searching these questions up, by the way?
Okay.
What to do?
This is probably like an extension one.
This
Because
just
this one-
sounds like a bad Google
Okay, what is
translation.
philosophy? This is terrible too.